Mr. Platinum Man 1989 here, and this is going to be my second video back since my return. I'm just going to briefly talk about Smackdown and TNA Impact. Now let me start with Smackdown because I missed most of the show, but I did get to catch the main event, which was a phenomenal main event. CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy. Loser goes home basically, and winner is the new champion. And of course, as many of you already knew, Jeff Hardy was going to lose because he's going to take some time off of WWE. Now, I think it was a perfect way to send him off. They didn't try to bury him or nothing like that, which most people would automatically expect WWE to do, to bury somebody on their way out. But they gave him respect. They gave him title shots. He already told them this, like in March, that he was going to depart from the company, that he wasn't going to re-sign his contract. And they basically didn't bury him, which I was afraid that he told them this and they would try to ruin his character, or whatever you would call it, his legacy. But they gave him title shots, they gave him the title, and they made him lose in an honorable way. They even let him talk a little bit. It was a nice moment, and I think CM Punk attacking Jeff Hardy, that was so unexpected. I did not expect that. I don't read the taping results, and it just gives him so much more fucking heel. I love CM Punk as of late. He reminds me of everything a main eventer should be. And it's funny because last year when he won when he cashed in the Money in the Bank, and they kind of flopped it with him not even losing it and all that stuff, and he didn't have much personality to him. I was like, I think they dropped the ball, and they could never put him in the main event again. Well, they could put him, but it wouldn't be as, they wouldn't sell it to us right. I don't think it would be believable or credible, him being in the main event. So I'm so excited to see that he is in the main event now, and he's doing a fucking phenomenal job as a straight edge heel. Can't wait to see CM Punk versus Edge, Undertaker, whoever they throw his way, Matt Hardy. And just to think, a couple years ago he was working indies and shit like that. I'm very proud of him. I'm not saying I'm his father to be proud of him or something, but I am very proud of him. So that was SmackDown. I didn't see anything else. Sorry. Now, TNA Impact, I really enjoyed this week, if I remember right. I just said that to start off the conversation. I'm trying to remember what happened this week. Alright, I missed the beginning, the Samoa Joe and Suicide match. I heard that it happened, but I missed it. Now, as for the rest of the night, I'm just going to talk randomly because I can't really remember exactly what happened. I should have been more prepared before starting this video, but it was kind of spontaneous. Now, the Hamada versus Daphne match, fucking phenomenal. And Dixie Carter said that it would be in an interview the day before. They really showed what the fuck women could do. And I know some people continue to say this again and again about the Knockouts division, that they continue to take the women's wrestling to new heights here in America. But that match was fucking crazy. And to think it was an Impact match, the fucking Orlando crowd was going crazy when she did that moonsault from the top of the fucking turnbuckle outside through the table. That was fucking beautiful. I can't remember spots like that from the men either. So of course there has been, but you know what I mean. So that was fucking great. Once again, let's see. I'm kind of upset with the whole thing that happened with Taz, that they put him on commentary. I was liking Don West. He was getting entertaining as a heel. He'll say a bunch of funny shit, like, "Oh, I spoke to the beautiful people this morning while I was giving them breakfast," like if they sleep together. He'll say a couple funny stuff here and there as a heel. But I welcome Taz. The only thing is that it's pretty obvious that Vince Russo did take over right after Hard Justice, because just during Hard Justice, Taz was in Samoa Joe's corner cutting heel promos and shit like that with an attitude. And the next day he's acting like, "Oh, hi Mike Tenay. Good buddy of mine, Mike Tenay. Oh, this Samoa Joe." And they're starting to call Samoa Joe the Samoan Submission Machine. So I don't know if they're dropping the whole Nation of Violence thing and all that. I kind of wanted to see Umaga come in and tag team with Samoa Joe, Nation of Violence. I don't know, maybe feud. Either way, they have the similar whatever Samoans. Anyways, now, so I just find it funny that Taz is not acting like last week he was Joe's manager. 2 weeks ago. Now, I love what the main event was, which was Sting, Hernandez, and AJ versus Morgan, Booker, and Steiner. Once again, another main event that they really put the fucking young talent over. AJ, Hernandez, and Matt Morgan. Even though he lost, they put him over. I really love what they've been doing with Matt Morgan. I was not a big fan of Matt Morgan. I thought he had the look, but I thought his promos were too fast and he didn't have the right ring. Like every few seconds, you can watch his matches from last year. Every few seconds, he'll like do 2 clotheslines and then shout to the crowd. But when they turned him heel, I started to like him more and more. And of course, recently he's just been running with the ball. So I'm glad that TNA is giving him that spot. It looks like AJ's in store for a huge push with this amazing angle with Sting. I call it amazing because, of course, they do this angle, similar angles where the veteran tries to talk the face to, pass the torch. But this is not just any veteran. This is Sting, the icon. And this is AJ. I mean, when TNA started in 2002, for those of you that watched it, I didn't, to be honest. But I caught on later and then caught up. But for the people that did watch in 2002, to see AJ the second week win the X Division champion against Psychosis, Jerry Lynn, and Senshi, can you honestly say that, like, it would just be amazing to think about AJ versus Sting, Sting's retirement match. They're kind of teasing Sting's retirement match for this Bound for Glory, but they're also saying this is going to be his last match in Los Angeles. Now, that could either be taken as that he's still going to continue to wrestle, he's just not going to wrestle in Los Angeles, or that could be that they're saying that it is his last match, and out of all the places, Los Angeles, which is, California, his home. Either way, and it's not even Los Angeles, like Orange County. Anyways, my point is that it'll be very interesting to see if Sting actually does retire, and if he gives that retirement match to AJ and AJ goes over, of course, it'll be a phenomenal moment. Now, I believe Mr. Anderson Kennedy, his clause is set to expire soon. Now, some people were telling me that they want him, or I was hearing people saying that they want him to debut at No Surrender, but I'm not so sure. I don't know. Maybe they should have him debut at Bound for Glory, or Turning Point. Either way, there's still a lot of stuff to look forward to after Bound for Glory. It's gonna be a whole new TNA, I believe. And the pay-per-view after Bound for Glory is always good. Genesis a couple years ago, Turning Point last year. Turning Point's on my birthday, November 15th, and then the next day I go to Raw, which is fucking great. I've never been to a WWE event. And another person that has the birthday, November 15th. Oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah. When I found that out, I thought about marking out a little bit, but I kept it to myself, and then in one moment, I just brought the energy to another level, yeah! Oh yeah, dig it! Anyways, I'm sorry about that. I'm just kind of excited for wrestling. It's never gonna die out in my heart, no matter how shitty some of the booking gets, no matter how much a celebrity could say Summerfest. Anyways, I can't think about anything else to talk about from Impact. Motor City Machine Guns, Abyss. When Abyss was wrestling them, I enjoyed that. And that was a fucking sick Black Hole Slam. I think that was the sickest Black Hole Slam I've ever seen. Props to Chris Sabin and Chris Parks in that one. Now, at the end of the match, I forgot that he kind of interfered in Kevin Nash's match on last Sunday, the pay-per-view. But when I started thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute, the $50,000 and then Kevin Nash, who was all about money. And, it's just storylines now in TNA, they set all these little seeds and then everything starts to connect. And I love that. I really do love that. So it will make sense that Kevin Nash will go after Abyss for 2 reasons: the money and the thing. And that should be a good match. And I hope it sets up a monsters ball between Kevin Nash, Mick Foley, Abyss, and Steven Richards. I don't know. Even though Steven Richards is not on the same level per se as some of the other talents in there, I don't know. But either way, Monsters Ball for the Legends title. I think that should be the theme. Every year have the Monsters Ball for a title. You understand? Like for a title. Just like last year they started to do it with the tag team. Now, quick note, next Thursday, TNA Must See, we're going to have the qualifying matches for the 4-way at No Surrender. And one of the matches announced is Homicide versus Hernandez. Yes, folks, first time ever. I'm going to look forward to that. I can't remember the other matches off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure the other matches were pretty good matchups as well. So either way, that's what I could think of. Please talk about Impact on the comments, because I can't really remember anything right now off the top of my head. I'm thinking about somebody, you know? Anyways, so, yeah.